Hello everyone. It is Thursday the 16th of September. The time is 5 p.m. The temperature is 29 degrees and we are on Hullet Road, just leaving the Dhoby Ghaut station. Today the plan is to walk over to Emerald Hill, which is a conservation area of really beautiful shop houses not far from here. And from there I'll make my way to a shore centre on Hullet Road. So it won't be a very long walk, but it should be a really pretty one. That's Plaza, Singapura, that we're leaving behind there. And that's Istana Park on the other side. This sort of a end of Hullet Road is really green and pretty. Of course, if you continue, then you get to Plaza. Istana over here. It's not really open for the public, except for a couple of days in the year. It's really warm with the sun so low already. So Emerald Hill area is located pretty much when we start getting into the central area of Hullet Road with the shopping centres. And this area is one of the main shopping districts in Singapore, with a lot of shopping centres and hotels. We're kind of arriving from the quieter end. But you can see some places are starting to open up for the evening. There's KPO, which refers to the old post office and still has some mailboxes on the side. And I wonder if the city will be a little bit quieter because COVID cases have been on the rise again. Although most people will have been vaccinated. It's still kind of, because we have more than we've ever really had during the pandemic, I think a lot of people are taking a sort of sensible attitude and limiting what they do, like we've been asked to. I think the current recommendation is not to see many separate groups of friends or people outside your household, but you can still go out. And I'm actually going to a movie today after what must be years of not going. There's an outdoor dining area with several restaurants over there. Going to get out of the sun. It's way too low to walk over there. It's both really hot and also it's in the camera. You can see this side is crowded because everyone else had the same idea. We'll turn to Emerald Hill in a little bit. It's right there in front, so then the sun won't be directly at us. I don't think the visitor info is open. It wasn't when I was last here. So this is Emerald Hill, conserved area of sort of Chinese baroque architecture, shop houses. There's a pretty well-known cocktail bar over there. Some of the old lanterns there that are really lovely. I think Peranakan style. Peranakan being the sort of local people who had Chinese and local background. There are a few nice restaurants around this area. And these are some of the best examples of the renovated shop houses as well.
Yes.
just have a look down with the city view at the background. Orchard Central. These beautiful houses. As soon as the car passes, I'll go on the other side. So, originally this area would have been like a lot of Singapore, mostly a jungle. But sometime in the 1800s, people started growing things here. I think pepper at least. And after that, there were landowners here who had a couple of quite large houses around this area. And then in sort of 1902, the first houses like this were built, or the first houses that were not just those originals. And the people who would have lived in this area were fairly wealthy Peranakan families. These houses would have a sort of special structure where you'd have areas for entertaining guests, and for different parts of the traditions in the house, like visiting, and then you'd have a space for servants at the back. And if you'd like to know more about the type of houses these were, the NUS, the National University of Singapore, maintains the Baba House on Neil Road, where you can go for a tour and see the sort of symbolism and layout that houses would have. They do tours, but you do need to book in advance for those. I've been and I really enjoyed it. Sort of a wonderful look at all of the different aspects of these houses that you don't see just by looking at the outside. So by 1950s, I think most of those original Peranakan families would have been moving out. So this is a really beautiful area to visit, and these houses are very well renovated and kept. But then as you continue, of course, doesn't go on forever. So that's Emerald Hill and Emerald Hill Road. I think we'll take Saunders Road around and circle back to Orchard Road through there. And we're already in the land of condos here. There are a lot of condos around Orchard Road area because it's so central. Oh, another place for the sort of to see the Peranakan culture and the clothes and traditions and all those wonderful old lanterns that you saw next to the cocktail bar, which used to sort of tell about the local life, if there were funerals or weddings or just celebrations, things like that. The lanterns would be changed accordingly. So if you want to see things like that and you are in Singapore, there's also a Peranakan museum, which I also recommend. It gives you a little bit more of a view into the customs and also examples of how people view that background in the sort of modern day setting. Because that hasn't really gone anywhere. It just gets mixed like anything else. So now we're in the shadow of much taller buildings. That culture is also very well showcased in Malacca, in Malaysia, where unfortunately we cannot travel at the moment without quarantines and things. But once things open up again, there are some great examples there, and a similar museum as well, the NUS Baba House. These used to be really large families and really, really interesting culture because they took so much of the symbolism from sort of Chinese tradition and then mixed that with everything from whether it was Malay culture or Thai culture, all of these different things put together. Oh, look at that, that's beautiful. And the small elephants as well. Wow. The detail on these houses is often really remarkable. They have so much that you don't notice at first sight. But the paintings and even on the furniture, the patterns and animals on them, the number of things. Makes a difference. So some combinations are lucky, for example. Actually, I'm going to go this way. Guess we already came from there. And for the rest of the walk, we'll get back to Orchard Road. and make our way to sort of where the iron is. That's where the show center is as well, the other side. And that's for no other reason than that it's convenient for me. But you're stuck with that for now. So the scenery really changes here. One other thing I like about the Emerald Hill area is that I've been there for sort of around Chinese New Year, and all of those restaurants have lion dancers and dragon dancers around at one point or the other. So I've been there on an evening like that when they just go from house to house, and it's a really fun thing on a small street in that setting. Of course, all that kind of thing has been affected by COVID, but you know, maybe next Chinese New Year in the spring. This is a school here on that side on the left. And I'm seeing signs for the Singapore Visitor Center. As I said, it's still not open, at least not right now. And it's another change of scenery from the back streets to the shopping streets. So Orchard Road does have bus traffic, car traffic going through it. Which is, I guess, convenient, but also you get the noise and the traffic. There's Apple Store just ahead. Which doesn't have nearly as many people in it now that I think they're maybe not letting so many people just linger. some familiar names on that side, I'm sure. This is the Paragon shopping center. Which has the art on the outside. And we're coming to Lucky Plaza, which is one of the ones where you can find more affordable things than the place where you go when you buy a new iPhone and don't want to have them put the cover on the glass. You'll find that sort of thing here. This is what Lucky Plaza has to offer, this type of shops. And ahead is the very impressive looking Tangs department store. one of the newer and well-known ones. That's Iron Orchard on the other side, with Prada and Louis Vuitton and Tiffany. Tangs, I think, has the claim as the one to start all this shopping center madness, I think. And this is also where you find the Marriott Plaza Hotel. And we're just on the other side of where I'm going for my movie. So I think rather than take you on another tour of the underpass, because I've done that before, and it's maybe not the most interesting site. I think it's a good place to thank you for joining me for this walk around the Emerald Hill area, and then quick walk along Orchard Road. If you'd like to see more of these videos, you probably know what to do. If you haven't already, then you can subscribe, provided you want to, and then you'll get notified when there are new videos that I posted online. But thank you so much for joining today. I hope you had fun, and I hope I'll see you again soon.